Hello everybody, how are you doing? Okay, so I'm talking to you about something very important, okay? It's interesting, I left my Bible open last night to Jeremiah 7:5. And what's so interesting is this morning, it's very much striking a chord with me. So I'm going to reread what I was reading earlier, okay? It says, so this is Adonai talking to Jeremiah. It says, if you have run with the footmen and they have wearied you, how then can you contend with horses? And if in the land of peace in which you trusted, they wearied you, then how will you do in the flooding of the Jordan? Okay, so I'm going to talk through a lot of this because the words are striking a chord with me today. So if whatever you're doing right now has been challenging to you, it's saying, how can you ask for a greater challenge, like 10 times more challenging situation? He says, if where you are, you're supposed to be in peace and safety, but yet you're wearied because they've been playing games with you, messing with you, destroying whatever you had. He's saying, how will you do in an even more treacherous situation, in a more challenging situation? Now listen to this, verse 6. For even your brothers, the house of your father, even they have dealt treacherously with you. Depending on what nation you've been in, that literally might be speaking to your heart right now. And you might be saying to yourself, Lord, Adonai, you don't know how much that is on point, okay? Excuse me. It said, yea, they have called a multitude after you. And when they call a multitude after you, they didn't intend you good at all. And it says, do not believe them, even though they speak smooth words to you. So this is interesting. The reason, I hope it doesn't apply to you. I really do. Because when I read this today, it was really like almost the whole rest of the chapter. At least the part where the Adonai was speaking to Jeremiah. Okay, so let's see. So it says, okay, listen, this is Adonai speaking to Jeremiah. He said, I have forsaken my house. I have left my heritage. Okay, so how many people have been walking in other people's ways? Other people have been leading you in a way that you knew not, a way that was not traditional to you, and you were forced to listen. And you forsook what you loved. You left your heritage. It says, I have given the dearly beloved of my soul into the hand of her enemies. This is what Adonai is saying to Jeremiah. Okay? So Adonai is feeling upset. It seems weird. The first part, excuse me, it seems, Adonai is speaking to Jeremiah in the first part. Who is speaking in the second part here? Let me see. Okay, so regardless, let's just listen to verse 8. My heritage to me is like a lion in the forest. It cries out against me. So is this from Jeremiah's point of view or from Adonai's point of view? Let's see. Okay, so this story is kind of a sad story. It's a sad story about somebody maybe asking to, so the first part, verse 5 and 6, it seems like somebody's asking for more of a challenge. Like, Creator, can you please move me from one location to another location? But the Creator is answering back. He's saying, where you are, you already have enough to deal with. How can you ask to move to more challenges? But then in verse 7 and 8, it's talking about, excuse me. So when we're talking about our heritage can trace back not only in this lifetime, but to previous lifetimes. So it's saying here in verse 7, it's saying, having forsaken his house and left his heritage and given those people he was supposed to protect into the hands of their enemies. It's a sad story, okay? And so he said, so some of us, if you trace back the iniquity, not only in our lives, but of our ancestors, there's a lot of iniquities that are working against us and preventing us from getting to our blessed place in this lifetime. And that's what verse 8 is about. So it's saying, so I don't have to read verse 9 right now. Okay, so in verse 10 it's describing, like, this is a very sad story so far. It's talking about the location I'm in doesn't suit me. I want to go to here, but here might be too much. I'm sad because what I had I was supposed to protect, but I couldn't protect it, and I don't know what happened to what I was supposed to protect. And then down here, even what I do have has been destroyed because, let me see the reason why. Because who is there to protect what I have, what I hold dear? That's kind of, so I'm not going to read the negative portions and the rest from 11 to 13, okay? So it's almost like, where's the peace of humanity is the question. Why is it that we're going through a time period of trouble, and that the things that we have, the blessings that we had, are feeling like they're not blessings at the moment? Why do we feel that way? In verse 13 it says, they have sown wheat but reaped thorns. They have put themselves to pain but do not profit. Why are we living in those type of times? And then it says, but be ashamed of your harvest because of the fierce anger of the Adonai. Ask, why is Adonai angry? Okay, so I don't know if I'm going to read verse 14. Let me see. He said in verse 15, he said, then it shall be after I've plucked them out. So he's plucking them out of a certain land. There's an issue about land here. He's saying, I have you in a land of peace, but you have much contention in the land which I have you. How can you ask to go from this land where you're supposed to be in peace, but yet there's no peace, to go to another land? How can you do that? He said, okay. He said, then it shall be after I have plucked them out that I will return and have compassion on them and bring them back, everyone to his heritage and everyone to his land. So, and it shall be, if they will diligently learn the ways of my people to swear by my name, as the Adonai lives, as they taught my people to swear by B-L, then they shall be established in the midst of my people. But if they do not obey, I will utterly pluck up and destroy that nation. So this is weird. So I'm not talking about a nation. I'm talking about a whole group of people. I'm talking to everybody's hearts and spirits. And what am I asking you? I'm asking you, why are we going through this period of trouble? And I'm asking you not because you know the answer. It's not because you know the answer. When we go through periods of trouble like this, look at what it says. It says, my heritage is crying out against us. This struggle, and I don't know how many people are still in the midst of the struggle. How many people reached the blessing? How many people are still in the midst of the struggle and being blocked from their blessings because of people dealing treacherously with you? People who you think are supposed to be your friends and your family and whatever else, they're dealing treacherously with you. Okay? But all of this is due to our heritage. What is in your heritage is the question I'm going to ask to you. Is your heritage full of iniquity? Is your heritage full of blessings? Okay? A lot of what we do, I will go back to Deuteronomy. Okay? So a lot of what we do is affecting our future and the future of our children and of our children's children. Okay? So the sad story that I'm reading to you has to do with our actions, our past actions that created a bunch of negative domino effects of iniquity affecting our present. Okay? And so we can't really ask to go back to our land when in the present place where we are, there's so much drama going on. It's almost like, I'm not sure if he's saying, first, deal with the issues that are going on around you. Because it seems like there's trouble on every side, and that's not a good thing. So when I was reading this earlier, I wanted to pray because I really feel like it's really affecting the current energies right now. Why was I on this page, and why did it strike a chord with me? And is it doing the same thing for other people? Okay, so in Deuteronomy 28, it talks about the blessings on obedience, and then it talks about the curses of disobedience. It says, now, in verse 13 of Deuteronomy 28, and the Adonai will make you the head and not the tail. You shall be above only and not beneath, if you heed the commandments of the Adonai your Erevah, which I command you today, and are careful to observe them. So you shall not turn aside from any of the words which I command you this day to the right hand or to the left, to go after other gods to serve them. Okay? But then okay, verse 15, but it shall come to pass, if you do not obey the voice of the Adonai your Erevah, to observe carefully all of his commandments and his statutes which I command you today, that all these curses will come upon you and overtake you. So then it has a list of all of these issues that were going to confuse and confound the people of the Creator. Okay? And I don't want to manifest it, so I'm not going to read the negative issues that will come upon the people when we don't walk in obedience. But then when I'm in Jeremiah 12:5 and reading down here, the reason why he said, but be ashamed of your harvest. That was 12:13. Because of the fierce anger of the Adonai. The reason why we're at Jeremiah 12:5 is because of some type of disobedience. Whether it's within us, whether it's with our ancestors, there's something about a heritage. And so I need to pray for you guys. I need to pray for myself. Everybody needs prayer because there's issues going on. The issue going on is, dear Creator, dear Adonai, have mercy on me, have mercy on your people. Whatever sin, whatever iniquity is before your face and reflecting badly upon us, your people, whatever iniquities or sins that you see upon us, can you please forgive us, have mercy on us, wipe away clean the iniquities that you see. Forgive me for what my ancestors did. Forgive me for what I've done. Forgive me for what your people have done, Creator. Have mercy upon your people. I see what Jeremiah 12:5 and the rest of the chapter is saying. And it's saying that there's iniquity that's not forgiven. And it's causing a problem in our present. It's preventing us from being blessed. And I don't want that to be the case, Creator. Please have mercy upon your people. Please bless your people. Because like 2 weeks ago, I prayed about resolutions. And some of the resolutions were trying to come in, but some of us are still blocked. Dear Creator, please remove our adversaries from out of our presence. It says, even your brothers, the house of your father, even they have dealt treacherously with you. They have called a multitude after you. Do not believe them, even though they speak smooth words to you. Creator, who are the people around us that are deceiving us into believing them, that they're well-meaning, but they really are not? Please show us the error of our ways. Please help us to have peace in the land of peace that you placed us in, Creator. I see what you're saying in the Word. It says, how can you ask to go somewhere else when where you are still has a bunch of drama? So, dear Creator, please remove our adversaries away from us, your people who are trying to walk in the right way. Please help us to not only meet the challenge of where we are, but be blessed even more in the future, dear Creator. Thank you for hearing my prayer. Thank you for bringing your people out of this time of turmoil and helping us to find the blessings that you've been waiting to deliver into our hands. So please don't hold back the blessing. Please, it says here, it says that you have given your dearly beloved into the hand of our enemies. No, Creator, don't keep us there. Please remove us from the hand of our enemies. Please keep us in the protection of your wings, Creator. Please help us at this appointed time. Have mercy on your people, dear Creator. Excuse me. So I'm going to get up and I'm going to stop this video. But that word really did strike a chord with me, and I could not just sit there and read it. I had to share it with you guys, okay? I don't know what you're going through at this moment, but I do hope that the blessings come in for you, for your family, for your household. Because we are supposed to be getting those blessings and those resolutions. But it's like the enemy doesn't want to give us those blessings, so he might try to stand against us. And that's why we have to be in deep prayer, okay? So not only am I praying for you, you guys pray for each other in good ways. And let's hope that we get all of this, whatever this situation is, this turmoil, that we get through this period of time and walk into the blessings of Adonai and find favor in his sight, okay? Okay, thank you. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Thank you for listening.